you have trust issues, there are things that you need to invest in that you'll be fearful of investing in. Hey, welcome to part 3 of my 3-part shadow work video update. If you're wondering why I'm saying part 3, that means you missed 2 parts. The link will be in the description box below, as well as a link for how to break habits, which will be very helpful on your shadow work journey, as there will be a lot of things that you will need to unlearn and a lot of old behaviors that you will need to get rid of, right? So what I did was I went ahead and I divided and found and divided a few steps that you can take, as I was having a few issues on my shadow work journey. I was a bit confused on the areas to divide what I'll be doing in, and as such I was very disorganized. And I sat down one day and decided, alright, these are 25 areas that I can divide shadow work in order to not be all over the place and get stuff done in a timely manner. Even though there's no rush, but the longer you drag things, sometimes it's harder for you to do because you start and you stop. So in this video we'll be doing the next set, or section B of section A, which will be listed in the description box. So please go and check that out. If you'd like to see an updated video from me on what my shadow work journey has been on, please leave a comment in the comments box below, or give me an advice or video suggestions. Everything is welcome. It's like in the first part of giving you the things that you can do, I was looking down, so I'll be looking down in this video as well. So the first thing on my list is self-sabotage. So you need to find out what self-sabotage is, how you've been doing it, and how you can stop doing it. The things that you need to unlearn and the mindsets that you need to change. Second thing that you need to do is find out your fears and your insecurities. Why are these your fears and why are you insecure? What are the things and the steps that you can take to be less fearful and be less insecure? What do you need to fix? What mindsets do you need to adjust? Then we have attachment issues. There are also attachment styles, but we're talking about attachment issues. So you need to do your own research and find out what attachment issues are. How are you exhibiting attachment issues? Attachment issues, there's something that's really lacking or something that you need to work on. Next, we have identify and learn your triggers. This is very important. Sometimes you don't even know what they are, so you need to identify them. Identify the situations which you feel pulled or sometimes willful to do something that is a bit out of your character, and why you feel that you need to defend yourself, because sometimes these are defense mechanisms, right? And this is also linked to childhood trauma. All of them are linked, but this is linked to childhood trauma in a big way. Then we have know your boundaries, learn your boundaries, identify the areas and the times that you had to break your boundaries in order to feel comfortable and or make others feel comfortable, and how you ended up feeling in the long run. So know your boundaries, right? Next, we have trust issue. Actually built as humans to trust our instincts, and there will be a number of cases where you go against your own instincts, and this is where you need to pinpoint what happened or what did you do that resulted in you not trusting a particular situation, a particular place, or a particular person. This is a very, very, very big thing, and when you have trust issues, there are things that you need to invest in that you'll be fearful of investing in. So this is also connected with your fears and insecurities. They are all connected, but I just decided to break them up. I'm using natural lighting, so it will be a bit dark. Please excuse that. If you can't manage to watch, please listen. Yes. So your characteristic traits, and this is a big, big thing. A lot of persons don't know what their traits are, and that's where you kind of have your first problem. You need to find out what characteristic traits are. What are your characteristic traits, the good and the bad ones? And I keep saying the good and the bad ones. Weigh your pros versus your cons, which one outweighs the other. Find out what you need to work on, right? The next one is find out if you have suffering from anxiety disorder, depression, bipolar disorder, whatever mental health. How is your mental health? That is very important. I think when persons ask us how we've been doing, we tend to answer to physically, but not emotionally and mentally. And a lot of persons, when they ask, they really don't ask about those areas, but those areas are the key to how we function in our everyday life. There are a lot of persons that are suffering from things that they don't talk about majority of the world. So this is a very important point to pinpoint, right? So do go in depth with yourself and look at how you've been feeling. Do a journal on how you feel every day for like a week. So the next one is be clear about your goals and decisions. And if you are unclear, my phone battery is dying. If you are unclear about the things that you want to do, that means that you have not done the groundwork. You need to look at your fears and your insecurities, because sometimes it's fair, you choose one thing because you're afraid of doing what you really want to do. Your insecurities, your trust issues, you might be attached to something that you wanted to do before, and as such you don't see the need to pursue what you want to do now. So that is also a big thing. Look at what makes you comfortable and what makes you uncomfortable. There might be things in what you want to do that makes you uncomfortable. The last thing is overthinking. Overthinking can stop us from doing a number of things, and contrary to popular beliefs, overthinking takes up a big part of our life. Like, and the time that you take overthinking, you could have gone through whatever it is that you were thinking about and say, all right, this is gonna work for me, this isn't gonna work for me. But instead, I don't want to say we waste time, but we spend time thinking about it, trying to plan it to a T, which doesn't always result in our best interest. So do your research on all the things that I mentioned. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Please go back to the link in the description box below. Continue to have a lovely day, a lovely month, a lovely year. All the best on your shadow work journey.